Hi Bobby, Terry was talking with Ray earlier and thought that you might be interested in this video on how to set your company above your competition and just some things that we noticed with your website. So I'm going to jump right into it. I'm going to give you 3 tips, and all 3 of these tips are things that you can start using yourself to follow these tips and to start getting yourself ranked higher. The only thing that I ask is if you wouldn't mind just giving me some feedback, either by calling me or texting me or emailing me, just letting me know what you thought of the video. I send these out to a lot of business owners, and I just want to make sure I'm not wasting anybody's time and that there is value in the content that I'm giving you. So jumping into it, we're going to talk about content, citations, and backlinks. With content, the average website needs 1,000 to 1,500 words in order to be optimized with Google, and you guys are currently sitting at about 100. So that would be my first suggestion, is getting that 1,000 to 1,500 words on your front page. So if you look at your competitors, just for this one keyword, New Orleans tree service, and you want to make sure that you build in these keywords into your content so that Google knows what it's looking for when it's crawling your site, so that they can match up and say, okay, when I'm looking for New Orleans tree service, I'm looking for Treeco tree care. So if you look at this, 260 people a month are searching for just this one keyword. That's 260 potential customers you're missing out on by not being on the first page of Google, whether it's in the map pack or down here organically. The number 1 spot belongs organically to Bayou Tree, and I just wanted to show you how many words that they have on their front page. They're sitting at about 700, I think it was. Let me double check. Yep, just under 700. So really beatable. All you have to do is get to that 1,000 and you would be optimized and you'd be able to beat out your competition. Usually you don't want to beat out your competition by a little bit though, so if you can get above 1,000 words, that's more ideal. And then like I said, make sure that you're building some of this keywords into your content. The next thing I want to talk about are citations. So the next visible section anytime you do a search is what we call the Google Map Pack. And what this is when you have a Google My Business, it's free to get signed up for, and you can get listed here in the top 3 sections, or in the top 3 spots for the Google Map Pack without necessarily being in the top 3 down here. You'll see that Bayou, Nola Treeman, and Bartlett are down here, but we have 3 completely different businesses up here in the Map Pack. So a lot of people are instant gratification oriented, and they won't go past the map pack whenever they're looking for a service because, 1, they can make sure that it's going to be a local company that they're using, which is important to a lot of people, right? The second thing is that you've got reviews here, so people can see what are other people rating you at, people that have already used your service. So if somebody were to have bad reviews, they probably wouldn't use you, right? So it's really important to get up here in the top 3, because I would actually strive to get in the top 3 on here and be in the top here, because it's just doubling your chances of making sure that one of these 260 people are clicking on you versus one of your competitors. So how you get listed up here in the map pack is by having a Google My Business and then getting a citation. And what a citation is when you submit your information, your business name, address, and phone number into a directory like Yellow Pages, Yelp, City Star, Thumbtack, etc. Even Facebook counts as a citation. So you want to make sure that it's identical to how your Google My Business lists it, and you want to make sure that you're going after double to triple the amount of citations that your competitors are. So what I would do is I would Google Benton Tree Service, see where they're getting listed under their citations, and then go after those same ones. And then, like I said, if you see that they're listed in 50, go find 100 citations to get listed in. There are thousands of directories out there that you could list your business in for free. It's just a little time consuming, but it's really worth it when you start getting up at the map pack and you start seeing those results just from your Google My Business, bringing in customers. Last thing that I want to talk about are backlinks. And we call this link juice, and it simply works like site A points to site B. Site A is the link juice, which gives site B more authority in Google's eyes, almost like a popularity contest. You can have more sites coming in, but there's a little more to it than that. Link juice is more effective if you have a relative site linking back to you. For example, a blog post about tree services, like maybe if it talked about when to tell the difference between when it's time to trim your tree versus you could tell that it's dying and it's time to cut it down before it becomes a bigger issue for a homeowner, right? That's going to bring you a lot more power and authority than a blog post about pizza that links back to you, because you don't sling pizzas for a living. So this tool I'm going to show you is called Ahrefs, ahrefs.com. You can go out and get this yourself. It's about $100 a month, but it really gives a good breakdown of what your website's doing. And currently it shows that you guys have 25 referring domains with 80 different backlinks. And if you want to pull up Bayou Tree, these are your competitors. This is who you got to beat. They have 109 referring domains with 458 backlinks. So this is a very beatable number. And the other thing is that you want to get these numbers as close to 1 as possible, a 1-to-1 ratio as possible. So this tells me they have a lot of spammy links. So if you went out and got all relative sites linking back to you, you should be able to beat them out no problem, probably even before you get to this amount of backlinks. So right now you guys are sitting at 25 to 80, so you're also having the same issue where some of your backlinks are not as trustworthy or not as relative to your site. So that's why it has a 0 and a 12. So you want to try to get these numbers as close as possible. And what you could do is you can go in here and see where you're getting listed. Right now it looks like you're under mostly directories, which is great. You'll just want to also go after some blog posts, because right now these directories are only bringing you just like little bits of power. Blog posts have the most power. So in closing, we talked about 3 things: content, getting your website up to that 1,000 to 1,500 keywords, or not keywords, 1,000 to 1,500 words with keywords built in. Citations, making sure that you're getting listed in all those different directories. You've got a good start. The more you get listed in, and you can even see with this tool, you can click on Bayou and figure out which ones are directories, and then that will help you also instead of just the Google thing that I talked about. And then backlinks, making sure that you're getting relative sites to link back to you. Find some blog posts that have a lot of high power that you could get a blog about tree care on whatever level it needs to be, and see what it takes for them to list your website. Sometimes it costs, sometimes it's free. You just got to do some research on it. If you have any more questions, you can give me a call at 816-323-4100. Again, my name's Christina. I'm with KC Phoenix SEO. And again, if you wouldn't mind just giving me some feedback, I'd appreciate you watching the video.